Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
Welcome back to the show. It's so good to be with you on minor league opening day. Officially, today is Friday, April 4th. Minor league baseball is back. Full season ball starts today at every level. AAA started last week, but we're fully back today. It's awesome time of year. We at the park tonight and tomorrow. Some good matchups with Greenville and Bowling Green. Looking forward to that. We're going to dive in the show today. Yesterday we did youngest players in single A, high A. Today will be double A, triple A. So notable assignments there, prospects to watch out for, all that good stuff. But first, before we get started, the episode is brought to you by Connect Roasters. It's Ian Happ's coffee company. Connect Roasters brings an incredibly smooth blend of coffee. You can get their Gold Glove blend, buy one, get one 50% off by going to theconnectroasters.com and using the code DynastyDugout or the link in the description. We're also proud to partner with Chinook Seedery, the best sunflower seeds in the game. Chinook has an incredible variety of flavors and an incredibly good seed. Get 10% off your order at Chinook Seedery using the code DynastyDugout today. All right, let's dive in. You can see the link in the description. You can see the episode for single A, double A, or single A, high A. Today is double A, triple A. So let's dive in and talk about some of the youngest players at each stop. Double A, fascinating. There's 3 players under 20 years old. All 3 of those have reached double A before, so kind of not a surprise here. Actually, the 4 youngest have reached double A, but Ethan Salas is the youngest player in double A at 18.9 years old. Obviously notable, the Padres have pushed Salas aggressively his entire career. He actually went to double A in his first pro season. They pushed him there towards the end of the year in 2023. He was not ready at all. He went back to high A last year and was fine, wasn't great. But when I saw Salas in the AFL, I saw one of the most mature catchers for an 18-year-old that I've ever seen. It's really good receiving. It's really good pop times. It's really good arm behind the plate. I think Salas has a good field hit. He's got a great eye at the plate. He's a very disciplined hitter. He didn't put up great numbers last year, but again, you can kind of throw those out. Like, I think that Salas will be fine long-term. I'm not super worried about that at all, but he's going to double A. Kind of wish they would have put him and Leo DeVries together. DeVries in high A, Salas in double A. But right now, I don't think it matters all that much. But Ethan Salas is in double. He's the youngest player in double A as well. Followed by Sebastian Walcott, who literally just turned 19 a couple days ago. Walcott heads back to double A after reaching there at the end of last season. Incredible season for Walcott. He's been a kind of star in the making since he kind of was showing out at the complex in 2023. They send him over to single A and high A for the playoffs. He did not debut, but he was on the high A roster for playoffs that year. I mean, Walcott's a special talent. He's 6'4". He's an incredible athlete. He does so many things well. I think he's just a star in the making. For an 18-year-old to put up 116 mile an hour exit velocity with 106 mile an hour ninth percentile, he hits the ball in the air too. Like, Walcott has a special bat. The contact skills were questionable, but they did improve last year. Strikeout rate steadily improved all year. And again, he was 18 in high A and then double A. So to see the improvements, I thought were pretty notable. But when you look at this profile with Sebastian Walcott, like, you can't help but be excited about the potential here and what he brings to the table. I think he's a stud. So could be the next number 1 prospect in baseball. Would not shock me a bit. The other player that's under 20 is Nelson Rada of the Angels in double A. Rada actually went to double A last year for the entire year. The Angels don't tend to utilize high A for any of their relevant prospects, and that was the case last year. In 2023, Rada spent the year in single A as a 17-year-old, and last year they bump him to double as an 18-year-old, and he kind of floundered. Contact skills were still fine. He ran 23% strikeout rate. Contact was all right. He showed good speed. He stole 35 bases, but hit just 1 home run while slashing 234, 331, 269. So Rada goes back to AA Rocket City, where he gets a chance to redeem himself. Rada's a much better real-life prospect than fantasy prospect, but I do think that it is notable he went back to AA. He needed it. He's young. He will be fine. Those are the 3 under 20 in AA, but our next youngest is Walker Jenkins, who didn't turn 20 long ago, and he reached AA at the end of last season, spent most of the year in single A, got to high A towards the end of the season. I think he got called up late July, early August. He got better. The exit velocities got better in high A. The results were there. Walker Jenkins is a special player. For his frame, he's like 6'3". He's well built. He makes a ton of contact. He runs well for his size. And he has a great glove in the outfield. Jenkins is kind of the whole package. Now, he missed some time in the spring hurt, so it might be a slow start for him. It would not be shocking to me if he's got off to a slow start, just given the fact that he did miss some time this spring. But he's going back to double, and I think we'll see Jenkins be really good and showcase why he's a top 10 prospect. So Walker Jenkins heads back to AA after a short stint there in 2024. Luis Lara, fascinating player. Brewers have a lot of very young guys in AA. Lara's been pushed aggressively. You look at the Brewers' history, they like to push these young international guys, and they've done exactly that. Lara went to single A, skipped the complex in 2023, went to high A last year, and then double this year. He's 20.4 years old. Now, he struggled. He's certainly lost some shine of his prospect status, but I still think Lara's a good prospect. Lara has a good feel to hit. He's undersized. He plays a good outfield, and he's got some speed. But there will always be a lack of power in that profile. So that's something to note, but Brewers getting aggressive here, as the White Sox did with William Bergolla, middle infielder who is in AA. He was traded from the Phillies to the White Sox last year at the trade deadline. Bergolla can hit. It's plus contact rates. It's a good approach. He didn't do anything really flashy last year, but he's just a solid player kind of all around. So it's William Bergolla of the White Sox. Now, Cooper Pratt, another Brewer, got an aggressive assignment. Cooper Pratt's 20 and a half years old, 20 years old, 5 months. He is another one like Walker Jenkins, where the power has not fully shined through yet, where the exit velocities are a little bit worse than you might expect. I mean, but I think he's fine. Like, you look at the frame, Pratt's got a really good glove at shortstop. He has a really good feel to hit. He had a 100-mile-an-hour 9th percentile EV last year, which, yeah, it's not great. So I understand that. People are like, oh, where's the power? It'll come. Good feel to hit, good athlete, great glove at short. Cooper Pratt kind of has a justified, I guess, assignment in double. So really like where he landed. We'll see what he can do. He got called up last year at double for the playoffs, so he's already had some experience in AA, and he goes back there this year. A couple other Brewers on this roster to hit on. Luke Adams is 20.9, one of the few that's under 21 years old. He's in AA. Dylan O'Ray of the Brewers, AA, 20.1 years old. Jodar Arinamo, 21.3 years old in AA. They just have a lot of guys they just got super aggressive on and are comfortable pushing because they do that, and it works for them. So a couple other guys to hit on. Aidan Miller is 20.8 years old. Miller is going to AA. He reached there at the end of last year, and Miller had a great year in single A, went to high A. And the results kind of ticked back a little bit, but ultimately Miller still really good left side of the infielder with a good feel to hit, good power. Does he move off of shortstop long-term? Possibly, but I wouldn't completely rule that out yet. But I do like the prospects of Miller staying on the left side. I like him hitting for power with a good feel to hit. So that's obviously fascinating player there. So Miller being a good prospect going to AA, not surprising. I think he's continues to see his prospect stock improve this year. Still young, still going to perform. Angel Janal is 20.8 years old. He's assigned to AA, but he has a shoulder injury, so he's going to miss the first couple of months. He's slated to return in June. That's pretty notable. The pitcher I want to hit on, the youngest pitcher in AA, is Alessandro Ercolani. Might be the best pitcher you've never heard of. Pirates organization. Fascinating story for Ercolani, and he's good. I said on him like the first series of the year or second week of the year last year when he was in high A. He pitched. I didn't know who he was, and all of a sudden I was like, This guy's pretty good. Ercolani has a really good frame. He throws a lot of strikes. He struck out 30% of hitters last year in high A with a 3.29 ERA. Just walked 8% of hitters. There's really good traits on Ercolani's fastball. There's a lot to like. I think he's a pretty fascinating pitcher. And again, the assignment should be telling that they put him, he's 20 still, and they put him in AA. The Pirates' pitch dev is really good. I really like this assignment, and I really think Ercolani should be talked about a little bit more. Some other notable AA guys. You'll notice a lot of trends with teams here. We already talked about some of the Brewers guys, but Yarlin Susana, he just turned 21. He's in double for the Nationals. Pedro Ramirez of the Cubs, just turned 21 as well. You've got Hector Rodriguez, who's 21.1 years old. He is in high or AA for the Reds, Spent all last year in high A. Denzer Guzman, he's a Angels prospect, 21.1 years old. Another couple more Angels prospects. Walbert Urena, 21.2 years old. He's a pitcher in AA. The Red Sox got aggressive on a couple guys. Abram Leondo and Mikey Romero, both 21.2. They reached double last year, so not shocking. Jackson Ferris is one. He's 21.2 years old. Dodgers left-handed pitcher. Came over in the trade with the Cubs from Michael Busch. I mean, Ferris is one of the best left-handed pitching prospects in the game. He'll be a bona fide top 100 prospect pretty soon. Leonardo Bernal, 21.1 years old with the Cardinals. Luis Baez, 21.2 years old with the Astros. So those are the notable guys in AA, young guys to watch out for. We'll go to AAA right after the break. All right, welcome back from the break. AAA will be pretty brief. I mean, you know all the guys there at this point, but it is worth talking about some of the young guys. Bryce Eldridge is fascinating. He's technically the youngest player on a AAA roster right now. He is injured and rehabbing. He's listed on this roster in AAA, but does he stick there? I think it's a good question. I'm not totally sure. We know he made AAA last year, but he also, it was for like just a week at the end of the year. Like they wanted to get him extended work for the Arizona Fall League, so they sent Eldridge from double to triple the very end of the season. He touched every level last year from single A to triple, which was fascinating. He is on the roster. He is rehabbing in Arizona right now at the complex. If he has misses extended time, he may have to go on rehab assignment, and that may be below AA. I've said logically all offseason that he likely would go back to AA. Roman Anthony is the youngest player currently played on AAA roster. He's still under 21 years old. He's 20.9, so he will turn 21 soon, but Roman Anthony is a star, and he's probably on the cusp of his MLB debut right now. I mean, Anthony checks every box you want to see in a prospect. It's why he is the number one prospect in baseball. He runs absurdly low chase rates, below 20% every year of his minor league career. He makes a ton of contact, especially on pitches in the zone. The power's off the charts with Anthony. We've seen him put up some absurd exit velocities, and we know the power's there. He can run. The most underrated aspect of Anthony is that he plays a great outfield defense. Not enough people talk about that, but I've said it since I saw him in single A and high A. The defense is really good with Roman Anthony. Very good defense. So that is worth noting as well. I think he's on the verge of a call-up to the majors. It wouldn't be shocking if it happened in the next few days, but it also could be May. We'll see. Either way, I would not be surprised. One of the surprising AAA assignments, though, is Justin Crawford of the Phillies. Crawford is 21.2 years old, and Crawford got a taste of double last year, but it wasn't a ton of time. He spent most of the year in high A, goes to double, mixed results. Under the hood, looks a lot different than the surface, because on the surface, between both stops last year, he hit 313, 360, 444, 9 homers and 42 steals. So you look at it and you say, yeah, this guy hit 333 in double A. He's ready. Yeah, he makes a lot of contact. Crawford hits the ball hard. I think he ran a 104 mile an hour 9th percentile exit velocity, which is really good. But there's some flaws. I mean, the flaws are that he can't lift the ball at all. He ran a 60% ground ball rate last year. That followed a 70% ground ball rate in 2023. So far this year is back up to 76%. Crawford hits the ball hard. He also hits the ball a lot, like a lot of contact. And he plays a good outfield, and he's got speed for days. Like, I'm talking about a 70 runner probably. But if he can't lift the ball enough, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the bat. Like, he might just be a slap and dash kind of guy. Hit the ball hard on the ground and roll with it. So it'll be fascinating to see. Very aggressive. I'm surprised he went to triple, but again, the Phillies kind of showing their hand and they're confident. Maybe they just like who Crawford is and think this can work. And if that's the case, then that's fine. Like, he's going to hit the ball on the ground a lot. He's going to be limited power-wise, but their speed, he's going to beat out a lot of balls. He's going to run high BABIPs. I mean, last year he ran a 375 BABIP, and he's more than capable of that. When you hit the ball hard, and you hit it on the line or on the ground, and you run fast, that's a recipe for good BABIP success. So Crawford is in AAA. Cole Young, he's 21 and a half. He goes to AAA. He spent the full year in AA last year. Mixed results, but Young is a high floor player. He's a very advanced hitter. One of the best approaches in the minors. The power's lagging, but again, Young plays a good middle infield defense. He's going to get on base a ton thanks to his approach and contact skills. So again, why not? He spent the full year in AA. That environment in Arkansas is not the best place to hit. So let's put him in AAA and see what happens. And that's exactly what they did. Two catchers, Moises Ballesteros and Samuel Basallo, who have been in AAA before. They made it AAA last year. They're 21.4 years old, so they go to AAA now, and will spend the full year there. I would not expect either of these guys to spend much time in the majors. Ballesteros especially, I think Ballesteros probably spends the entire year in AAA. They got to work on the catching with Ballesteros. He's small, he's stocky, he can hit. Field hit's really good, the power's there. I mean, it's a good hitter. But the question is, can Ballesteros stick behind the dish? And I want to see that development. Basallo's a pretty solid catcher. He can play first. He's going to DH some. He's just in a logjam. This Orioles team cannot find a fit for Kobe Mayo. So why would they find a fit for Samuel Basallo? I think Basallo is a September cup of coffee call-up. Let him get some reps against Major League pitching, and then put him in the majors in 2026. Basallo has some of the best power in the minors. He can smoke it. The contact skills are respectable. Now, I want to see the approach cleaned up with Basallo. We saw the chase rate kind of balloon in AAA last year. Let's see how that works. And if it improves, then, yeah, now we're cooking. But I love Basallo's bat. Very, very good. Another one, Jeff Caro. He's still rehabbing his shoulder injury from opening day. Last year, he hurt his shoulder. First game of the 2024 season. Sliding back into first base. Jammed his shoulder out for the year. He's on the AAA roster. Looks like he's going to DH there before he's able to catch. He's 22 and a half. Hao Yu Lee's just 22. He's on the AAA roster for the Tigers. Those are some notables. But, yeah, those are the notable AA and AAA assignments. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Minor league ball is back. So watch some games. Go to your local ballpark. Support minor league baseball. I would encourage you to do that. But I'll be back with you on Monday. We'll be recapping everything I saw from the weekend from the Drive and the Bowling Green Hot Rod. So that's Rays and Red Sox High A. I'll be at Juan Valera's start tomorrow. That'll be phenomenal, and I cannot wait. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you have a great